What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Stocks to Watch. And we have two things which will probably weigh on the markets on Monday. Number one, we have breaking news that Hamas has again tried to attack on Israel. And I think retaliatory missiles were shot by Israel as well. So a lot of these speculations are again back because of Hamas attack. And I think tomorrow morning is what we'll probably get to know on the seriousness of the entire thing, because Israel probably is going to do a counter attack. Whatever happens, I think the geopolitical instability now, which was, the market was thinking that it will probably get subdued. But with the recent actions of Hamas, I think the Middle East tensions are probably going to worry the market a little bit. On the top of that, this week is going to be very, very crucial because we move one step closer to the elections day. And with all the exit polls, which are going to start coming in, and what what the markets are currently feeling is that the markets have probably tried to factor in the fact that yes, there would be a BJP government, somewhere close to 290, 300, 310 seats. But again, with respect to the kind of volatility that we have seen in the markets, I think there is a big move probably coming pre-election. Because the kind of price action that we have seen, I think there are a lot of FII short positions in the market still not covered yet. There are a lot of retail long positions in the market which are again not covered yet. And that means a move in either direction could trigger a one-way rally or a one-way fall. Now, I think the rally part of the equation, the entire internet is expecting the markets to rise, and that's a red flag. When everyone's expecting the markets to go up, it kind of does the opposite. At least that is something that is done historically. So with that being said, let's get started with today's episode without any biases. Let's just look at price. Let's just look at what the markets could do purely from price action perspective. And let's understand what are going to be the stocks that we will be watching out for tomorrow. If you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel so that we are motivated to get you more such content and insights to help you in your trading journey. So let's first get started with Nifty. So now Nifty, again, after that breakout day, on Thursday, when we broke out the range, we definitely trapped a lot of short players. And the closing on the Friday was not the greatest because we swept the day high and then we closed kind of inside the range. Now, based on what we've seen the markets have done, I think we are probably going to open flat. And after that, I think if we start breaking the range from probably the first 15 minutes, I think we could start falling very rapidly. As far as the long, the bullish case scenario is concerned, whenever I'm looking at Nifty, I will definitely have to look at Reliance, and Reliance to me is at a very crucial area of supply. So I don't feel, unless and until there is a news catalyst or there is something happening to oil prices or margins, which is very unlikely, I don't really think Reliance is probably going to do something now. With any kind of geopolitical, risk, and if oil prices start to go up, it's again going to be negative for Reliance. So I think it's going to be interesting to see on how Reliance does, especially when it comes to Nifty. Apart from that, all the other index heavyweights like Infi and TCS, they have not really shown any kind of strength in the markets, and that is something which is concerning me as far as Nifty is concerned. But if I talk about Bank Nifty, I think Bank Nifty, as we spoke on the previous episode as well, I think Bank Nifty still has some room to move higher before it starts taking supply. So this is the area for Bank Nifty. So I'm going to open the 1 hour chart over here. Now, Bank Nifty is banked into this important area of supply, and I expect some kind of action to come into this. Otherwise, I am expecting that the best case scenario, the bullish case scenario for Bank Nifty is maybe another 400, 500 point rise, and then it react from the supply. So I think there is an easy short in Nifty vis-a-vis as compared to Bank Nifty. And I think Bank Nifty probably will stay in a no trade zone, especially for option buyers or futures buyers who are trying to trade directional. I think you'll need to wait for the heavyweights like ICICI Bank, State Bank of India, maybe HDFC Bank to kind of show some weakness. Now, as far as the Friday closing was concerned, the banks gave a decent close, especially private banks and a bunch of PSU banks. So again, it's a mixed bag with respect to Bank Nifty and Nifty. My entire focus is going to be on stock specific action, and let me start off with that. So the first stock on my list is MRPL. Makes a nice little base after after sweeping these lows over here. So I really like the kind of action that MRPL is doing. Next up is KPIT Tech. I think a wonderful base setup over here. And I think there could be some, momentum kicking in just because of the fact that this base has been building up, I think, for the last 3 months. The earnings were very good for KPIT. And there are a lot of mid-cap IT companies that have started to do well. So I think it could probably linger on to KPIT. Sigachi is the next one, which is again into, forming a very, very nice base. I think this has been on track for the last 3-4 days. The base is complete. The good part about Sigachi is that it has a gap that is yet to be filled. And we know that these gaps kind of get filled very, very quickly. Next up is a very interesting name, HPL Electric Power. And again, if you look at the moving averages right now, so I'll just plot the 20 EMA and the stock is just respecting to that, making a base. It has liquidated things in the past. Volumes are drying up. I think it's a very good name. Next up is Hirect, and this is also forming the same structure. This is probably good for a positional play, making a nice little base. Earnings are coming up on 30th of May, so be careful about this, but I think this is also a decent one. Next up, we've got Sri Pushkar Cements. Now, the idea with this one is very simple. Stock is tapping into an area of demand with the volume dry up, comes in over here, gives a green candle closing. For me, it's a buy. Again, this is not a recommendation or an advice to buy or sell. I am a SEBI-registered research analyst, but I'm not giving you any financial advice. I think Sri Pushkar Chemicals could start doing really well. Next up, we've got Shreyas Shipping and Logistics. Again, a very nice, tight little base. Earnings are already done. Everything is factored in. I think this is going to be another interesting name to watch out for. Last but not the least, we've got Bhartiya International Limited, and I think this is also forming the same thing with a volume dry up. Earnings are announced on Wednesday, so be careful about that. Apart from that, if there are a bunch of names that I probably would like, I think Bharti Hexacom was one name which I was probably liking because of the IPO-based setup that it was creating. I think this is the one stock that I will be eyeing, so I'll just add this into the list. Apart from that, I think all the other stocks that I scanned, I didn't really like anything to be A+. On top of that, I found a bunch of stocks trading near important areas of daily and hourly supply, which is not the best sign for you to create a fresh long position. So my bias for tomorrow and probably the entire week is going to be very, very caution filled, because I feel markets could start falling anytime. If the markets have to move up, there has to be a considerable move in the market, taking out the previous day high, and index heavyweights like Reliance, I want to see strength over there for me to be high conviction bullish. Right now, yes, the markets are bullish, but I think there is something much more deeper cooking in the markets. So do not be blind long. Don't just look at the internet reels, maybe YouTube videos here and there, and then just blindly go long. Valuations are not cheap. Stocks are trading at higher levels. We are technically in an area of high liquidity. Elections are coming up. Geopolitical tensions are not really all right. There are going to be a few earnings coming up. So I think right now there could be jitters coming into the markets, and that is my role and objective to kind of help you understand the entire view of the market from both the angles, both the bullish and the bearish angle. So with that being said, that's it for today. I hope you liked the research, and there are very few stocks today, but I think these are the only ones which are worth playing. So thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I would request you to subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Drop a comment, hit a like button if you appreciate the work that we are doing. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you on Monday, and I wish you all the best for your trading for the entire trading week ahead. Thank you. Bye-bye, and take care.